Hello, Steve. Today is Wednesday, March the 19th. And just when you think the weather's getting better, boom, snowstorm. Ouch. So hopefully this won't be enough to stall us in our running challenge once again. Perhaps it's time we just persevere through it. Tomorrow is the start of NCAA March Madness. I'll provide a rundown of my bracket and things I enjoy about this tournament. For those who don't know, I'll explain how a bracket for March Madness works. At the start of the tournament, there's 64 teams separated into 4 different conferences. In each conference, you have a 1 seed through a 16 seed. That means there's 4 number 1 seeds, 4 number 2 seeds, all the way down to 4 number 16 seeds. How a bracket works is you have to make a prediction for the entire tournament before even the first game is played. That means predicting the outcome of every game, even games that are decided by the winners of previous games. And that just adds to the fun of it, because if you make one prediction wrong and that team is supposed to go far, your bracket could end up being busted. To add more impact to losing a team you thought would go far, you get more points later the rounds. So a correct pick in the first round is worth 1 point, and a correct pick in the second round is worth 2 points, and teams getting bigger and bigger from there. So without further ado, a synopsis of my bracket. My bracket's pretty conventional, no major upsets. I have a couple of 12 seeds beating some 5 seeds early on, but nothing much more than that. I don't have any of the lower seeds lasting much further than the second round anyways. I've picked 2 number 1 seeds to make it all the way to the Final Four, Arizona and Virginia. Now a lot of people like Florida to win the whole tournament, but I've decided not to follow the herd. And that's because I have a number 2 seed, Kansas, defeating them. And my reason for this is because Kansas has Canadian basketball phenom Andrew Wiggins on them. For those who don't know, Andrew Wiggins is probably the best Canadian basketball prospect since, well, ever. So I'm picking Kansas as I'm hoping to actually get a chance to watch him play. Also, the team is pretty good. They aren't a 1 seed, but they definitely could pull it off. And rounding out my Final Four was number 2 seed Michigan, who were picked to be the champion by none other than US President Barack Obama. So that's my Final Four, and in my Final 2 I have Kansas playing Arizona. And I'm picking the Kansas Jayhawks to come out victorious. So go Canada, and go Kansas. I find this tournament a lot of fun for several reasons. For starters, brackets make things fun, and it makes you care about games you otherwise wouldn't care that much about. Plus, if you play your cards right, you can legit say you bested Barack Obama at something. Also, one and done situations are instant drama. Unlike the NHL and NBA playoffs where you have 7-game series, every single game in March Madness is essentially a Game 7, win or go home. The NHL playoffs typically produce about 4 or 5 Game 7s, whereas March Madness produces 63. So there's a lot of drama to be had there. Our very own Judge Dredd is taking in brackets filled out by other people and comparing how we all result against each other. Interestingly enough, he filled out one bracket by flipping a coin, so I'm hoping to do better than that one at least. In all honesty, most of the picks I made were based on the seeding and the name of the university, not much more. For example, I predicted that Harvard probably wasn't going to do very good. And I based that on the fact that they're Harvard, because I actually know nothing about their basketball team. And speaking of Judge Dredd, time for some battleship. I've got an offensive strategy in mind. It combines hunt and seek, probability theory, graph theory, and just complete dumb luck. But first I should respond to your move. E5 is a miss. Wow, wow, wow. I will take aim at C3. Right now, looking at the probabilities, every single space has the same probability of holding a ship. Therefore, my first pit strategy is dumb luck. Commence battleship.